Welcome everyone for the, I guess, our in-person meeting for the Developing Sustainable Rose Landscapes SCRI project. We meet in person every other year, so this is going to be our second meeting. Our last in-person meeting was in Tennessee the year before last, and after that we'll have another online meeting, and that will be the last year of the project. So welcome to anyone that was able to make it today, and I hope that we'll have some good discussion and exchanges. I'd like to thank Jennifer Miner, who's here in the room, who has worked with Kevin and I to put together this program and get all these things organized. If you have any questions about the logistics of the meeting, please talk to her, and she'll be more than glad to help you. I'd like to thank Kevin for, I guess, allowing us to use this space through his connections, various connections that he has. So it's a really good room. It's a good facility, and I'm glad we could get together here. We should also, I guess, thank Krista, that works with Kevin and the folks in plant pathology and plant microbiology here. So thank you for letting us organize this meeting. All right, so there are some retirements that I need to announce. Dr. Byrne, who's in the back there, retired this year, right?
Yeah.
Natalie Anderson was as a research assistant associate in the program for many years, also retired this year. And Stan Hawkinson, that's the other retiree from the University of Minnesota. And we have Seth Miller, who's taking over the lead of the project. Now that Stan is really retired, anytime you email him, you get an email back saying, I'm actually retired, I'm not going to answer to your email anymore. And that's it. So again, these were all team members of the SCRI project that we're going to talk about today. And I just wanted to, mention their departure. I was wondering if Dave would want to come up here and give just a few words to the group, or
words of wisdom.
No words of wisdom. I'm retired.
No words of wisdom when you retire. There we go. All right. So great. And again, good luck to all of them as they take on a new phase of their, I guess, lives. All right. So you have a meeting agenda. Hopefully you picked that up. If not, we've got printed ones by the table by the door. It's a 2-day meeting, so we'll have talks on RRD, extension trials, website updates, some socioeconomic talks. Then we'll do black spot and then rosette disease research talks. And then we'll have a second day. We'll come back and talk about more RRD research. And then we'll have a tour of the Hortrek building, a lab tour here in PLMPM. And we'll also visit the disease lab at the Centec Center. Okay. If you have any questions about the agenda, just keep talking to us and we'll guide you. Go ahead. Perfect. All right. So it's a 2-day meeting, and that's in a broad sense the schedule for what we're gonna do today. I'd like to recognize our meeting sponsors. These are companies that have given us resources to pay for some of the cost of getting together. And I again acknowledge them and thank them for their support. The long-term goal of the project is to develop sustainable landscapes based on cultivars resistance to rosette disease and black spot. So a lot of the research talks that you listen to today is geared toward that particular activity. This is the research teams that we've put together for this project, and you'll hear from most of them today. The project is divided in 4 major areas. One that has to do with characterizing the interaction between the rose plant and the mite and the virus, which are the triumvirate of I guess, the species or organisms that lead to rosette disease. We've got teams from Texas A&M, the University of Tulsa, Oklahoma State University, the University of Tennessee, and USDARS Unfortunately, because of the shutdown, none of the colleagues from the USDRS are here today. But hopefully by next year, when we have our online meeting, then we could maybe hear from them at that time. The other aim of the project is to establish a bleeding platform to develop, I guess, rose rosette disease resistant and black spot disease resistant materials. And we've got collaborators from our university, Texas A&M, University of Minnesota, and the University of Wisconsin, and you'll be hearing from all of us as well throughout the meeting today. We have a aim or goal or objective on socioeconomics, and we'll be hearing from that group as well. And again, they're charged with giving an idea about the impact of RD management approaches in 4 scenarios of rose production. Finally, we have the 4th objective, which is to develop comprehensive research, demonstration, and education programs. And you'll hear from our extension folks from Texas A&M, University of Georgia, Ohio State University, and University of Tennessee. Okay. And again, the map just shows the dark green is the states where we have researchers that are part of this network, and then you've got the logos of the various institutions that are part of it. I'd like to recognize advisory board members for the Sustainable Roses SCRI project. We got folks from a number of industries, and they are distributed throughout the United States. And again, we're thankful for the time that put towards being part of the advisory board as well. And again, their feedback and input is critical to make sure that we continue with the project and think about where we go from here. Again, besides the individuals that I recognize as being the sponsors for the program, we have a number of collaborators in industry. And here you just have a whole bunch of icons that suggest who they are. And again, we thank them for their collaboration and their support. Just a couple of things with respect to reporting by the team. So there's a YNN report that I want to get done by November this year. I've asked for contributions in August, and if you haven't done that, please do so as soon as you can. So by November, I'll put together an annual report for the project. And again, whenever you can, do acknowledge the SRI as a source of funding for any of your activities that relate to this project. And this is what we usually ask you to do, is to quote USDA NIFA Specialty Crop Research Initiative project developing sustainable rose landscapes and the project number. If you could do that in your publications, be it formal or informal, or when you're giving talks or showing posters, if you had that there, that would be very much appreciated. And if you do that, then you need to report to me. Those are the activities or outputs that where the project was recognized, so we can document those and add those to our annual reports. So we're doing our in-person fall meeting right now. And our next meeting is going to be online, and it's going to be in the spring around April. And again, unlike this meeting where everybody gets a chance to give a presentation, what I want in the online meeting is just to get a 5 to 10 minute update on what is your progress, what are your plans for the year, and that sort of thing. So there'll be only a 2-hour meeting rather than a 2-day meeting that we have now. Okay, so I hope to see you there. All right, this is again a schedule of meetings that we've had over the years since 2023. And as you see, we're getting very close to the end of our last year, and then we've got a couple of more activities, and we're going to be done with the project. And again, the next thing we should be thinking about is what we're going to do next. Where do we take this project and how do we move forward?